What is a banner on the top of RT that says Cyprus Bank confirms big losses from major depositors? Well, no crap, right? What's going on, guys? It is Saturday, March 30th, 2013. Happy Easter weekend to all those who do the Easter thing. Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report, weekly news briefing. Give you all the links I've stowed over the past week. Man, talk about madness. It has just been a week of... We got North Korea. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Let me give you this first. FPSRussia compound raid leaves 40-plus ATF and FBI agents empty-handed. They actually raided FPSRussia from here on YouTube. A lot of you guys know him. If you don't, I'll definitely link his channel. Awesome stuff. FPSRussia is an entertainer/educational channel, in my opinion, but he's definitely an entertainer, and under every one of his videos, it's filed under entertainment. He uses perfectly legal explosive called tannerite. He's talked about it a lot. This is absolutely ridiculous. FPSRussia gets raided by the ATF and the FBI. And if you read through the article, they talk about, well, they're worried about he has such an arsenal of guns and they were going to confiscate him, but they didn't. Man's not allowed to. This is what he does. He's not allowed to do it. I thought this was America. You know what I think? I think he was raided because maybe he's teaching people a little bit too much about guns. I think the administration's getting a little nervous about that. Because if you don't know the guy, go back through his YouTube channel. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. I spent nights just playing FPSRussia videos on Blog TV sometimes. I'll put a link to this article from RT. Absolutely ridiculous. I'll put InfoWars did a write-up on it. I'll put their link. And I'll put a link to his YouTube channel. Check out his videos, man. Awesome videos. ATF FBI leaves empty-handed. You know why? Because he didn't do anything wrong. Anyway, other news. Member of SEAL Team 6 killed. Another SEAL injured in parachute accident. Another member of SEAL Team 6 is killed? Okay. I don't believe any of this nonsense anymore. That's from NBC News, by the way. Put a link to that. Who knows? After that, I'll follow it up with this. Who really killed bin Laden? Oh, CNN has a write-up here. Says, who really killed bin Laden? Question mark. Interesting article here. Who indeed? Is he still alive? Is he dead? Did they throw him off a ship? I'm betting they didn't. Where are the pictures? There's no pictures. It's too gruesome. It's too gruesome. Well, Gaddafi, you showed, but that wasn't too gruesome? No. Osama bin Laden killed 3,000, close to 3,000 people in New York City, supposedly. I don't believe any of that nonsense, but the American people don't get to see because it's disrespectful. It's too gruesome. Whatever. No gun for you. Serbu tells NYPD to find another 50 cal. Right on. Another gun manufacturer telling NY state to go screw itself over the gun laws. Good for you. Hunters threaten to boycott Colorado after passage of recent gun laws. Right on. This from FoxNews.com. Another one from RT. Easily weaponized virus goes missing from Texas lab. How can this be? I had a lot of people send me links on this one. Thank you guys. I'll put this one link here from RT. It pretty much covers everything. We got a virus missing from a Texas lab. Oh no. Don't be surprised when it turns up in a bioweapon. Yeah, anybody remember the name Joseph Moshe? Google that. Put a link to this. Rents.com. University of Texas professor says mass death is imminent. I haven't really read through this, but this is from Rents.com. It might have something to do with that. Let's see. I'll put a link to it. I don't have time to read through it right now. Mississippi State Rep Jessica Upshaw found dead. Wonder what's going on in Mississippi. I don't know the story behind it. I believe it's does not appear to be a natural death. Lawmaker died of gunshot wound to the head. Very interesting. Very interesting stuff going on. Financial news, I don't have any because, as you may or may not know, the S&P hit an all-time high. The Dow broke another record high. Go Dow! And Cyprus is only allowing, I believe, $300 a day to be withdrawn from the bank. I think it's 300, transmitted to 300. I forget the euro number, but it was transmitted to roughly 300 something a day. And they're shocked that people are pulling their money out in mass. Well, you know, if you think that can't happen in the I'll just advise people this. I'm not a financial advisor, But if you have your life savings in a bank, you might want to think about getting it out of the bank. You know, that's just a sign of things to come. On CNN right now, stranger saves man on subway track. Right on, shout out to him. Let's see, Monsanto teams up with Congress to shred the Constitution. We're over to New World Order and Police State News now. Yeah, the Monsanto bill passed. Monsanto pretty much has free reign to do whatever they want. You know, they pretty much make a lot of food that people consume. I'll put a second link to that. Franken Veggies, Monsanto Protection Act passes Senate. Monsanto Protection Act. Think about that. GMO City. You know, control the food, control the people. And we got some good news. Update, trooper who performed roadside body cavity searches indicted on 2 counts of sexual assault, 2 counts of official oppression. Yeah, you guys remember the video a while back of the cop that violated the woman on the side of the road? Oh, I believe the video is attached to this article here. Well, that cop's been brought up on charges, and right on. Right on. Man, I just put a link to it. I got a lot of other stuff to cover. FBI to monitor online chats in real time by 2014. Well, doesn't the FBI already monitor everything? Anyway, I mean, you know, I'm not planning to blow up the country, so you can monitor me all you want. I hope you're monitoring me. I hope you're paying attention to some of the stuff I'm talking about. Go back through my 200 plus videos. Maybe 300 at this point. I don't know. Go back and watch every video. You might learn something. I'll put a link to this. 189 to 184 vote sends proposed repeal of stand your ground law to Senate. Wow, that sucks. Trying to get rid of the stand your ground law. I'll put a link to that. And Colorado sheriff refused to pay unless support state gun control legislation. I guess they're saying they're not going to pay the sheriffs in Colorado unless they support the gun control legislation. I'll put a link to this. Isn't that interesting? Well, I still give many kudos to the sheriffs that are standing up. Sheriffs and politicians and judges who have stood up in these recent days, stood up for the Constitution that they swore an oath to uphold and defend. You know, everybody's going to have to draw that line sooner or later, and it's becoming very, time is becoming very short, it appears. Let's go over to World War III news. Let's talk about North Korea. North Korea has done everything except push the button. I don't know that there's anything more possibly that they can say. I'm starting to wonder if North Korea is not in collusion with the New World Order. Because we just recently reviewed the TV show Jericho again, which of course is about a scenario where nuclear weapons detonate across the country, and it's blamed on North Korea and Iran and homegrown terrorism, and a lot of stuff has been taught. It's eerie. It's if you have not watched the show Jericho, I cannot stress enough. I would upload it to YouTube, but there's copyright issues, so that can't be done. There's so many similarities going on in that show to what is going on right now. It's just eerie. Anyway, I'm going to give you some World War III news here. North Korea declares state of war with South. Well, haven't they always been in a state of war with the South? That's not really news. I kind of agree with F-Town on that one. By the way, F-Town, good show last night. Man, we'll get all the bugs worked out. We'll figure it all out. It'll work itself out. So I'll put a link to that. Apparently they've declared war with the South. Doesn't really mean much to me. Little Kim, do something. Okay, war. What does that mean? Are you going to push a button, or are you just going to sit there in your little chair and talk? Got some more interesting news, though. North Korea, outbreak of war hours away as Kim Jong-un puts plans U.S. strike. Plans U.S. strike. Well, that's nothing new. From the Telegraph, North Korea threats raise concern Kim blocking regime into corner. I wouldn't want to live in North or South Korea right now. Let's see. North Korea plan to attack U.S. mainland revealed in photographs. This from the Telegraph. Check this out. There's a triangle involved even. Yeah, they're upset that B-2s were flying over South Korea, so they've revealed plans, actual plans to, I think they said they're going to attack Washington, D.C., Austin, Texas, L.A., maybe. I don't know. There's a write-up here in the Telegraph about it. They're actually drawing out their target. Interestingly enough, on Texas, in Jericho, the cities of Dallas and Houston were nuked, not Austin, but D.C. was, L.A. was. In fact, I'll put a map here to the Jericho nuked cities for those of you who want to venture into that. One more link, World War III related, unconfirmed reports of Syrian President Assad shooting. This is all like in the past week, Assad has died like 5 times. So this is all speculation. I'll put a link to this. People were sending me links telling me, well, how come you should put out a video about Assad. You know what? Let's wait until we can verify that, because I can't verify it. Everything I looked at was all speculation. So I'll put that link. Thank you to everybody who was sending me that info, though. You guys are on your toes. I appreciate that. I couldn't, it's speculation at this point, though. Over to 2012 and Earth Changes news. Have you heard about the landslide in Washington State? Landslide on Washington Island forces evacuation of 34 homes. The Earth is giving way. Hey, crustal displacement? I'll put a link to this from ABC News, man. Crazy. And from E&E News, officials Code 2 alert on giant sinkhole, elevated surface activity. Access ramp has sludged in. I don't know. Put a link to this. More news about the giant sinkhole going on. I believe it's in Louisiana, right? From the Extinction Protocol 2012 and beyond, officials investigate cause behind massive earth split in Brazil. More earth giving way. Another crack in the earth. Watch the movie 2012, just saying. And Hekla volcano in South Iceland shows unusual activity. Warnings issued. Put a link to that. A couple more here. Bay Area Bridge plunged by busting bolts. Marshall Masters, I watched a lot of his 2012 Planet X Nibiru stuff. He brought up the term painted rust. Painted rust indeed. These bridges are being pulled apart by low-level seismic activity, he said. That's quoting Marshall Masters directly. We all remember the bridge years ago that fell. Well, busting bolts on this bridge. I'll put a link to it. Sign of the times. I figured I'd throw that in 2012, Ben. Let's see. Reports, and we got one person disappearing. Reports of Barbara Walters set to retire. Well, she's old, so I don't know. Could be 2012, really. I don't know. Whatever. Put a link to it. One more link here from the Weather Channel. That's no bomb. It's an underwater volcano. Very cool pictures of an underwater volcano busting through the ocean. The ocean top. Cool pictures, man. Right on from the Weather Channel. I'll put a link to that. Strange and bizarre news. I have no strange and bizarre news this week. I think it's been strange and bizarre enough with the ATF raiding FPSRussia and North Korea, their thing. So I got one shout out this week. Shout out to Charles Dyer, also known as July 4 Patriot on YouTube. Somebody was asking about him, and I checked the Facebook page. There's an update here. Charles Allen Dyer, innocent Oklahoma Marine, still in prison. There's a write-up here on the U.S. Observer. So I will put a link to this. Just recently, let's see. Doesn't have a date on it. But I know it's a recent article because I haven't seen it before. And I'll put a link to his Facebook page, Patriots for Justice in the case of Charles Dyer, for those of you who want to keep up with what's going on with him. And if you don't know July 4 Patriot, Charles Dyer, I'll put a link to his YouTube channel. A lot of us believe, well, he pled his case on his YouTube channel. If you guys want to go down that road, check it out. I'll put a link. Check out his other videos as well. He was waking up a lot of people. I kind of think that's what maybe the ATF and FBI is messing with FPSRussia for. That's just my opinion, my speculation. The thing about FPSRussia is he's got a lot of subscribers who are law enforcement and military, I guarantee you. He's one of the top channels on YouTube. So, I'm sure there's a lot of law enforcement and FBI and military type people who subscribe to him are probably doing a double take on that one. What? So maybe that'll work out as a good thing. Maybe that'll wake a couple more people up that FPSRussia got raided. It's very interesting stuff. Anyway, shout out to Charles Dyer. I'll put these links. That's all I got. Check my favorites for more. I'll put a link to my favorites. Always good stuff over there. YouTubers constantly making videos. Shout out to everybody who puts out content. I'm sorry this video is so long. I'm just blah 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 tongue-tied this morning. That FPSRussia thing just throws me. I still can't believe that. Anyway, and I'm sure FPSRussia's haters are just having a ball with that. There's people, people that love to hate, people that just live to hate other people. I love FPS. I don't care if it's an accent and it's all in that. You know what? Kudos. Turn that off. Anyway, please rate the video if you like the report. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you think it sucked. It's the worst of YouTube. Never want to see it again. Just please thumbs up, thumbs down. Appreciate that. It helps it move around YouTube. Please share the report. Share the information. Share the links. You could follow me on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, all that crap to get live breaking news alerts and live show alerts, and I'll put all that stuff below. That's all I got, guys. Another week of madness. Who knows what next week's going to bring? Kim Jong-un going to push the button? Little Kim, you got it in you? Go ahead. Got everybody waiting, sitting here waiting for war. Don't tell me you're just going to be like 2 weeks later, you're going to be saying the same things. I don't want to see war. Nobody wants to see war. But if you're going to run your mouth, do it. Do it. Do it live. That's all I got. You guys take care. Stay safe. I'll see you on the next one.